Hi, this is Mike Pettigrew, serial entrepreneur and author of the #1 Amazon bestseller, The Most Powerful Goal Achievement System in the World. And in this short video, I'm going to show you how you can become clear on your goals, even if you're not quite sure what it is that you want to achieve. Because I've met many people over the years, and I love asking people this same question. What do you really want to achieve during your life? A lot of people know what they want, but more aren't quite sure. A lot of people are not sure what it is that they want to achieve. They have some, sort of ideas that they'd like to achieve, but not really crystal clear. Very, very few people who I've asked this question to who immediately rattle off their life's biggest dreams. And there's a very good reason why people are not clear. And it's very easy to become really clear on your goals, on what you want to achieve. Even if you take only 30 minutes to do this simple exercise I'm going to share with you, it can change your life. It can change your life. You can thrust your life forward in a wonderful new direction. And this is a short extract from my new accelerated goal achievement training called Goal Hacking. If you want some more details about it, you can just go to www.goal-hacking.com. So let's get straight into this. So first of all, let's look at lack of clarity. How does not being clear about what we want to affect us? So there are serious effects of a lack of clarity, serious effects. So the long-term effects of a lack of clarity is generally we're low on energy. If we know what we want and we're determined to achieve it, we generally have a lot more energy. But if we're not clear on what we want, we can kind of drift. We don't have as much energy, and we don't have as much enthusiasm. It's very hard to be enthusiastic about things if you're just drifting and if you don't have any clear destination in mind, and your energy is fragmented. If you're not crystal clear on what you want, your energy is fragmented, and you just end up reacting to changing external situations instead of focusing your energy. Okay? And your life, as I said a moment ago, your life can drift. And there have been studies done into the lives of people who regularly set goals and people who don't set goals. The fact is, the research shows that generally people's lives turn out very differently. Those who set goals and those who don't set goals, very, very differently. And also prone to complaint. If you're not clear on what you want and you're just reacting to changing circumstances, which is what happens when you don't have goals, people can often be prone to complaint. And that's dangerous, because if you develop a complaining attitude, it's all their fault and, poor me, that's very damaging, even if it's only internal, because your dominant thoughts and your dominant emotions create the circumstances of your life. And if you have a complaining attitude, even, as I say, if it's only internal, you're actually pushing away all sorts of amazing possibilities from happening to you. Okay, the fact is, people who don't set goals are generally, for the most part, not very successful. Hard reality. But a lot of people think goal setting, goal achievement, it's difficult. It doesn't have to be. It can be really simple. It can be so energizing when you do it the right way. So ultimately, what this comes down to is, how happy do you want to be? If you if you're content to put up with only a little bit of happiness, no problem. You don't need to set goals. But if you want to be really happy, really fulfilled, and you want your family to be really happy and really fulfilled, I'd strongly suggest to you that you start setting goals, because it will give you so much more energy, so much more aliveness, so much more joy and enthusiasm for life. And that ripples out from your life and affects and touches the lives of all those around you. Okay, also, a lack of clarity. Having a lack of clarity, it means less growth, because you avoid challenging situations. When you set goals, what immediately happens is you experience challenges. Challenges that stretch your life, that enable you to grow. There's a saying that the only thing that's separating you from achieving something that you want is a certain degree of inner change. That's a very true saying. When you set a goal and you start taking even just small steps to achieve it, just at least get started, you experience some sort of setback or challenge. But those challenges are vital to enable you to achieve your goal, because they enable you to grow in ways. So the only thing that's stopping you achieving your goals is a certain degree of inner change. You set goals, you change, and you achieve your goals. You don't set goals, you don't change, and you experience less growth, and life just drifts. It's very sad. And you end up really settling for a life of mediocrity. A life of mediocrity. That's awful. That's such a shame. I honestly feel that we're put into this world to become all we're capable of becoming as a human being, and contributing to other people's happiness in all the ways that we can. I think that's the greatest mission of every human being. I think it's the mission of every human being. So a life of mediocrity is denigrating yourself. You're worth so much more than that. And when you set goals and start achieving them, it will affect other people very powerfully. And if you're not clear on your goals and you drift, you always settle for second best. And that is so disempowering. At the end of life, people usually ask 3 or 4 questions of themselves. I used to do a lot of hospice volunteer work where I'd sit with people who are dying. And you see miracles happening in hospices, and it's an amazing environment. Not at all what you would expect. But people generally ask questions like Brendan Burchard says. He nearly died when he was 19, and three questions came into his own mind. Did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? And it wasn't just Brendan's 3 questions. These are 3 questions, or slight variations of these, that research has found that most people ask themselves at the end of their lives. So, it's important that you create a life where you have no regrets. Okay? Now, so the beneficial effects of having clarity. So obviously the opposite of what we've just been discussing. Long-term effects of having great clarity on what you want. Far more energy, enthusiasm, aliveness and joy. Your energy is focused instead of fragmented. You can be far more successful instead of settling for second best. It allows you to achieve your life's true purpose. So important, okay? And you can achieve a far more fulfilling life. When you're clear on what you want, and you need to become clear, and I'll show you a simple way in a moment of how to become clear if you're not already aware of what you want. Everything, you will have a far more fulfilling life, and you can experience personal growth and develop new skills. You can experience the best life has to offer, and having more clarity will change your life. It will change your life. When you're clear on your goals and your life's purpose, you become truly unstoppable. If you look out into society and you look at the world's most successful people, the people who've transformed society, and you ask them, were you clear on your destination? They'll all say yes. They may not have always been clear, but at some point in their life, they've sat down and figured out, what do I really want? And everything started from that. So clarity is essential. So this is how to become clear on your goals, if you're not already clear. As I said at the beginning of this video, I've asked so many people over the years, what do you really want? And they're not very clear, most. So this will enable you to become really clear. This will take you 30 minutes of your life, only 30 minutes, and it can transform your life. So step 1, how to become clear on your goals. Do a goal brainstorming session. A goal brainstorming session. So are you clear on your goals? Short, medium, long term? Are you? If not, write out everything you want to achieve in life. This is just brainstorming. Write down on a piece of paper. Take 30 minutes to do this. Even better, take an hour, but even 30 minutes can change everything. Write down on a piece of paper, get an A4 sheet of paper, write down all the things you'd like to achieve at some point in your life. Include dreams you gave up on. Yeah, you may have had wonderful dreams as a kid, as a child, and maybe you've given up on those dreams, but somewhere within yourself you still would love to achieve that. Write it down. Doesn't matter. Later on you can cross off the ones that aren't that important. But the amazing thing is when you do a brainstorming session like this, it gets your creativity working. It gets it boosts your creativity. Ideas will come into your mind that you hadn't thought of. Subconscious yearnings that you're not really consciously aware will come to the surface. Just doing this brainstorming session, you'll be really surprised at the things you actually would like to achieve. Also explore the things that cause you to suffer. And if you're not clear on what you want, you can become ultra clear in just a couple of minutes. How is this? Well, we all have areas of our life that we're not particularly happy about. It might be a relationship with someone, that's not going very well. We may have problems with money, always at the end of the month, nothing left over to save. We may work terribly hard and we don't get an opportunity to travel or take vacations. We all have things in our life that we're not particularly happy about, but you can convert each one of those problems into its opposite. In other words, if you have a bad relationship with maybe a member of your family, then your goal could be to have a great relationship with that person by a certain date. If your finances are disastrous, then you can convert that into a powerful goal where your finances will be great, but you'll be earning a certain amount by a certain date. So you can convert your dissatisfactions in life, your areas of suffering, into very powerful goals, which are their opposite. Okay? Very simple, very powerful. So anything that has been causing you to suffer, especially if it's been going on for a very long time, can be converted into its opposite to create a powerful new goal. So when you do this brainstorming session, do it for every area of your life, not just one. In other words, do a brainstorming session for, you can do it all in the one session. You can do all this within 30 minutes. So create goals for every area of your life: finances, career, relationships, recreation, health, personal growth. Why did I include personal growth? It's been found that when people do personal development, when they grow as human beings, they're far more satisfied and with their lives and themselves. Personal growth is really important for long-term happiness. So create goals for every area of your life. So how to become clear on your goals. This is a basic process chart just to clarify the exercise or summarize it. Write down all the things you want to achieve during your life. Include those things in your life that cause you to suffer by converting each one into its opposite, and then cross off any that don't feel particularly important to you. This is just a summary, and repeat this process for each area of your life. Simple. 30 minutes. 30 minutes out of your lifetime can create an incredible life. You need to become clear. You need to become crystal clear of what you want, or your life will drift. So it's the difference between a long-term, fulfilling, happy life and just settling for second best. You're worth so much more. Do this exercise and you'll be so glad. Okay? So that's step one. Step two, discover your big why for each of your goals. Now this is a way of drilling down. Once you've done your brainstorming exercise, your brainstorming session, spent 30 minutes at it, and you come up a list of all your goals, and you crossed off those that aren't really important after all, you can then look at each of your goals and you can drill down to see if that goal is as fulfilling as you had thought. If you achieve it, is it going to give you the level of satisfaction and joy that you had hoped for? This can eliminate so much wasted time chasing after goals that end up being unfulfilling. So this part of the exercise will save you days, if not years, of effort. Okay, so what do we do? It's the so that exercise. What on earth is the so that exercise? Wait till you see. Very simple. There's a difference between wants and needs. We all want things, but do we fundamentally need them? That's a big question. So, actually, before I go into that, An example, back in the 90s, early, mid 1990s, I was starting to experience the first real effects of success and making a lot of money. And my friends used to call me the gadget man because I was always buying the latest gadget. And I used to spend a lot of money on gadgets and top of the range cars, brand new BMWs. And, do you know what I discovered really quickly, particularly the really expensive things? I discovered at first, I'd feel more successful driving this beautiful car. But you know what? After only 2 or 3 months, I realized this really isn't making much of a difference in my life at all. And I discovered that getting those things was just a way of avoiding inner change. I could feel perfectly successful without having trinkets to prove it to myself or anyone else. So I'm really glad I learned that because so many years ago, back in the 90s, because I'm not at all materialistic now. I buy almost nothing for myself. I get my greatest satisfaction out of helping people to transform their lives. That's what's really important to me. So this exercise will enable you to see if your goal, when you achieve it, is going to be really worthwhile and meaningful and enhance your life, or if that goal is helping you avoid some inner change like it was for me. So wants and needs are different. So after each of your goals, add the word so that. So, you want to achieve certain income by a certain date, so that, and fill out the reason. Fill in your own reason after the word so that. And you keep going deeper and deeper by adding more so that's until you discover your single motivating reason for your goal. I'll show you an example in a minute of exactly what I mean. The result is you will discover if your goal is truly worthwhile, and that's a need, or if it's just helping you to avoid some change you need to make within yourself. That goal would be just a want. So this will save you so much time and energy and effort. So discover your big why for each of your goals. This is an example goal. And the example goal is to work half the time for twice the income. This is a goal I had years ago, to work half the time for twice the income, so that I have more free time and I can do whatever I want. So that I can learn new things and experience more of life. So that I can discover what I like doing best. Great. So that I can spend more time doing things that I love. Even better. So that I can experience more excitement and passion. Really important. So that I can live my life to the fullest. Even more important. So that I can be deeply happy and truly fulfilled. So that I can be a positive influence to others. So that they can also achieve their goals and become happy. So that is a really worthwhile goal. The result, you discover your big reason why, or you may find your goal is not really worth pursuing. Do this after your brainstorming session for each of your major goals, and you can save yourself so much time, energy, and effort by not pursuing goals that really aren't that important. And you can then focus your energy into the goals that are really important. Okay? So simple. Really, really, really helpful. So here's a process chart to clarify the exercise again. Write down your goal and the words so that. After so that, write out your reason why. Repeat this so that process until you find your big why. And the result, you should now have great clarity on worthwhile, meaningful goals and avoid wasting time and energy on goals that may end up being dissatisfying, unfulfilling, or that just enable you to avoid things you need to change within yourself. Wonderful, simple, really effective. So if you've enjoyed this training, it might be worth your while checking out my new training. It's www.goal-hacking.com, goal-hacking.com, where I teach the fastest way to achieve all your goals, to transform your life, to achieve your life's biggest dreams. I'm so proud of this course. I put 40 years of my life into this training. And you know what? It includes strategies, tools and techniques that have scientifically been proved to work. Goal hacking will enable you to achieve all your goals 10 times faster. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. Bye-bye.